Right, and we're back with some mods. Obviously, yesterday we didn't have any for console, but today we've got some great ones. And the first one is this in front of us. You may want to change your name to Walter. This is Family Home by Zero Wito, and it says on the website, a famous family home. And yeah, it's the one from Breaking Bad. Let's face it, 'cause you've even got the pizza on the roof, which is ace. Oh, this ace. This house is ace. This house is ace. And you open up there, you got your garage. Brilliant. Oh, and then we come around here. We go into this door like that. If you ever watch the programme, it's a great programme as well. You'll know exactly what this house is. You've got this little sitting area there. You got another little sitting area there. Come over here. You got your dining room table. You can come out the patio doors. Have a little sit down in the garden if you want to. And we'll spin back around there like that. Oh, got stuck on a chair. Dear oh dear. Come up to that. There you got your lights turning on. It says turn shed lights on, but it's not a shed, mind you, it's a house, but you know what that does. You got your kitchen. I mean, it's got like cakes and that on the side. Oh, I like a nice cake. Very nice. And we'll come down here, open up that door, and in here is it's a barrel of cash. Obviously, why wouldn't you have a barrel of cash in there? As well as a duffel bag as well. Oh, imagine that's got cash in as well, because that's you normally take your dodgy dealings with your cash. Oh, you come up to there, you got your wardrobe icon there. By the wardrobe, by the duffel bag, whichever one you want to do. Then you got your sleep trigger by there, by the bed. Can you open that door? No. What about this one? Yeah, you can open that one at the side. Oh, and what I like as well is that there farming simulator, but you got the periodic table icons. Oh, this is ace. I do like this house. I mean, especially going into that cupboard. Just open up. Barrel ash. Oh, that is ace. Oh, I like that. This could actually be my new favourite house in the game. That is brilliant. So with all the excitement of having Walter White's house, we forgot where it is. So in the construction menu and under buildings and farmhouses. Fair enough. 50 grand to place down. Jobs are good, but that is ace. I mean, I do like, even with the pizza on the roof, that is brilliant. Right, next up is Sawmill. This is by Happy Mole, 9.02 megabyte on the download. You're going to find this in the construction menu and under productions and factories. So we'll scroll along to find it. There you are, 35 grand to place down. And obviously, this is a sawmill. So you're going to take your wood in and make pallets for it. So you've got your production chain menu there. So standard on that. Wood in, planks out, wood chips out. Fair enough. You then got your pallet spawn point just out the front there. You come down the side here. This is where you take your wood chips out of that spout. And down here, you've got your loading in point. And then your sell wood trigger there. Oh, I like that. Slightly different building. Not like the usual sawmill that we've got on the go. Nice spout at the top. Spout. Chimney, that is. God, that spout. Dear oh dear. Oh, I like that. Very nice. Next up is DIY Corn Maze. This is by Squiggles. 0.93 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it in the construction menu and under decorations and others. So we'll scroll along till we get them. We've got a few options with this one there. So we've got DIY Corn Maze corner post. You then got 4 metre wall, 8 metre wall, 4 metre corner, 8 metre corner, doorway, and that's your last one. Now obviously you click on these, you place them down, spin them around, jobs are good, and make yourself a little maze. And then what you can do is arrange them in certain orders if you want to. Obviously when you place them down, you do need to be a little bit careful because sort of, yeah, they have got collisions on and you may want to be a little bit careful, but if you arrange them in the right section, you can make whatever you like. Oh, I like that. I mean, they have got collisions on as well, so you can't just drive through it. Oh, I like that. Let your imagination run wild. Right, next up is Grain Elevator. This is by Dutch Modding, 12.81 megabyte on the download. You're going to find this in the construction menu and under productions and selling points. So we'll scroll along to find it. Oh, I've gone the wrong way. Dear oh dear. There we are. 500 grand to place down. And it's big. It really is big. Now, it does say on there that it supports multi-fruit depending on the map. So if you've got a map that sells, you know, individual individual specific crops to that map. So like Camston Farm does linseed, this should sell that as well. Yeah, I mean it is big, don't get me wrong, but I do like it. Nicely detailed. You've got like a little drive-through shed on the side, although to be fair, the selling point is right there for you, mind you. But yeah, very nice. Right, next up is Hop Plantation. This is by Zoddlezoct, 13.84 megabyte on the download. You can find this in the construction menu and under productions and factories. So we'll scroll along to find it. There you are, 55.5 grand to place down. Now, there is a note for this because you will need to make this work. The composter, also by Zoddlezoct, 90 grand. And obviously you're going to need that to make compost because with this, you need the compost from the composter. Fair enough. So we'll come up to it there. We've got the production chain menu. So you can make hops or hop pellets. Hop pellets. Actually, it's hop pellets on pallets. Oh, that's a mouthful to say. Anyway, this requires water, seeds, solid fertilizer, and then compost, obviously from the composter. And you're going to get out hops and biomaterial. Now, once you've got that hops done, you can then put it back in and do the hops pellets, and it'll squash them all down, take the water out, whatever, and then make yourself a pallet of pellets. Wow, you wouldn't say that too much when you're drunk anyway. Dear, oh dear. And then with hops, obviously that's what it normally goes into, isn't it? Let's face it, into the beer. Who doesn't like a nice bit of beer? Anyway, this is your loading in point, so you put all your stuff in there, water included, and then you've got your pallet spawn point here. Obviously we've got the no spawn signs just there for you, and you got this part here. It's actually for taking out the biomaterial. Fair enough. Then we'll come around here and you'll go over to this bit like that, disable pallet spawn, and then once it's sorted itself out, give it a little bit of a second. There you are, we've got ourselves a hops bag. Oh, it's too heavy to pick up, mind you, but yeah, that's alright. You want to make yourself some hops, you know, maybe even go down the role play of making yourself some beer, although that's not the sort of thing that normally is allowed in the game, aren't you? But, you know, you could add it to your role play, not a problem. Oh, I like that. Very nice. Right, next up is Malt Production. This is again by Zoddlezoct, 4.01 megabyte on the download. You can find this one in the construction menu and under productions and factories. So we'll scroll along to find this one. There you are, 215 grams to place down. Obviously, this is going to take water, corn, wheat, or barley, which is very nice. So you got your loading in point. So you come over there, you've got to open that first. Obviously, you can't load into it. Got your, let's say, pallet spawn point. This is your bag spawn point, mind you. Can't pick those up, but there's some wheat malt. Very nice. And we'll come around here because you've got your production menu there. So click on that. So we've got the options there. We've got wheat malt, barley malt, and corn malt. Obviously 150 water, 500 wheat, 500 barley, or 500 corn. You go for whichever one you want to. And obviously that brings it out into the bags. Now it does say that you might need to have the wholesale selling point mod from Zoddlezoct, but I've got the sell anything container from Schultz Modding just over there, and it works out quite nice. So we'll go into the shop menu and we'll scroll all the way down because we'll have a look at the different options there. So you've got wheat malt, 976 a bag, 975, and then corn malt 1100, which is all right. And then saying that, you can also sell the hops and the hops pellets there at the sell everything container, which is all right. Very nice. And what I also forgot to say on the hops one, because it's got this one on the back of the malt one as well, you got the Zoddlezoct options there. Show information panel, show trigger markers, show warning stripes, and then turn the light on. Got street lights over there. Got the same sort of thing just in this grey box here for the hop plantation, whatever you want to call it. Look at that. That's the sign or information. That's brilliant. And obviously you got the icons there. I like that. That is very nice. Right, next up is the Amazon Senio 3000 Super. This is by Madcow, 12.48 megabyte on the download. You can find it under cultivators. And we've got a 3 meter. Oh dear, 105 horsepower from your tractor required. 3 meter working width, 9 mile an hour working speed, 14.5 grand to buy. The options you got there are tines. You got C6 C mixed share 80mm. Then got the 100mm. You then got the 320 duck foot share. Then got wing share 350. And then back to the C mix share 80mm. When we come down, you've got the roller SW600, KW580, UW580, TW520. So that looks like a double roller on the back. And then back to the DW6. No, that's a different DW, isn't it? DW600. And then back to the SW600. There you are. You've got the S and the DW. Fair enough. Still 3 meter, although it does look nice. I mean, all those springs on the top. That is a nice looking cultivator, mind you. Shame it's a 3 meter, but no, I like that though. Right, and our last mod for the day is the TLX 9000 series. This is by 82 Studio, 56.84 megabyte on download, and you're going to find this on the trucks. You've got 2 versions. All the options are the same, and when we're talking about options, there is a ton. There really is. The combinations on this has got to make it the, as it says on the website, highest customizable truck ever made for Farming Simulator. And as we go through, you'll see why, because there is a boatload. Just saying from the start. The 2 different versions you got is just the different engine noises. Fair enough. You go for whichever one you want. You've got the more subdued version on the 9000 series, and the more, yeah, we're going to go for an industrial sounding one. You know, it's got a whine on the startup sort of, you know, we'll start it up later anyway. So we've got the 3406. We're going to go into that one there. And we're starting off with 620 horsepower, 580 litre diesel tank, which will become apparent later, 51 mile an hour, which will also become apparent later. And then it costs you 118,200 to buy as standard. Right, so that's your base one. Anyway, configurations. We've got standard. Extension 1 puts it on the frame. Extension 2, even longer. And then extension 3, that's massive. Oh, that has got such a large turning circle. All right, carry on. We then got vintage, sort of old school frame. USA, gives a bit of a predetermined things on a couple of others. All right, fair enough. You got blue energy, so sort of like presets for you. And then back to standard. Now we'll leave it on standard because that does change a couple of things as we go further down. Now you come down to the wheel brands. Now obviously usual shenanigans on the wheel brand, but you do need to be a little bit careful because you got the 3-axle one. We'll come down to it later, but you'll see why. You might want to be a bit careful. But still, you go along. Obviously you got the 2-axle, 3-axle, and then you got knobbly tyres on all of them. But I like this one, the Phoenix. Oh, that's ace. Then we come down to wheel setup. So this is, we'll zoom in a little. So it's got chrome decals. This is on the actual wheel bolts. It's got chrome decals with spikes. Oh, that's ace. And then you got heavy duty. Changes the hubs up a little. Heavy duty 2 gives more of a thicker sidewall on the tyres. Then back to chrome decals. Fair enough. So you come down to special editions. Now, as long as you've got the one that's basically painted like this, the special editions are there. Once you go into like the vintage and the USA or the blue energy, that option goes away. So just bear that in mind. So you've got special editions now. Silver Bee, Black Bell, Sad Bell, Cop Perfection. I think you know which one we're going for. And then vintage. USA, blue energy, and then back to no. Obviously, it does seem a little slow in the shop, mind you, but that's because there's a ton of options on it, which is why. So we'll go for the copper section because it's what we like to do on this channel. Shiny copper, why not? Then we go window tints. You got standard, medium, dark, and then back to standard. And exhaust, these are ace. Obviously, got a load of options on these. Twin straight with flappers. Oh, obviously, you got to have the flappers. Twin straight angled, twin stacks angled, standard. And we come down the front bumpers, so we spin it back round like that. So you got standard, standard 2, puts those poles on the side, flat bumper 2, again puts the poles up on the sides, Aussie bumper 2, then back to standard. Then we'll come down again, got mud guards, this is going to be on the back, no, yes, round the back like that, standard, design 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, or 6, or no. So we'll leave those on design 6. Then we'll come down to lighting. So we'll spin it around again. So you got 1, 2, 3. Oh, it is really slow in the shop, isn't it? Or back to 1. So just leave it on 3. So that should give you all the options. Then you got add-ons. No. Rack. So this is around the back like that. Rack with work lights. Design 2. Or no. I think we'll leave the one with rack with work lights. That's the looks ace, that does. Then we'll come down again. Got visors, standard, design 1, 2, then back to standard. So I think we'll leave 2 on for that, actually. No, we'll leave 1 on because that's got the copper on it. And you got emergency light bar, no. You got the classic with the spinning lights on, or then got the strobe lights. Obviously, it's going to be the strobes, though, isn't it? And you got headlights, design 1, 2, or back to 1. I think we'll leave 2 on. Yeah, fair enough. Then we'll come down to capacity. So this is going to be on your fuel tank. So this is what I mean about the third axle. So obviously, capacity extra puts that diesel tank there. So if you have that third axle, then that's going to be clipping into it, which is not going to be good, to be fair. Or you can have it as a 580 times 2, 800, or 1,000 litre extra capacity on your diesel. Well, I'm saying that it's not extra though, is it? Because that just puts it up to 1,000. Oh, fair enough. Then we'll come down to vinyls. Design 1. Oh, it puts those flame effects on. 2, 3, 4. It's an American flag. 5. It's another American flag. Or back to no. So I think we'll leave... I think it's design 3. No, design 2. We'll leave design 2 on. Then we'll come down to the next one. It's got a third axle mud guards. It's got standard. Obviously, you need to have the third axle on. So it's going to be the same as the other ones. Fair enough. Just match it all up. Then you've got engine setup. So we've got 620 as standard, which is 620 as standard. That's just sounds strange saying that. 620 is huge, but all right. We then got 700, 995, 1985, 2010. What the 2010 horsepower in a truck. Oh, that is brilliant. Obviously, going to go for the 2010 horsepower because why wouldn't you? That is ace. Oh, love it. Right, we'll move on from that quickly because that's brilliant. T-bars, you got this on the back. You got no or yes. I mean, it has got a little trailer hitch there. We can just add a little ornament in between. Fair enough. Then come down to the next one. So you've got air intakes. So that's those in between the two exhausts. You've got standard, design 1, or standard. Fair enough. You then got lower exhaust, and I need to put my teeth in. Now, I can't really see these, to be fair. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the fuel tanks off. Because they're underneath there. Oh, all right. So standard, no. Takes them away. Ooh. Or back to standard. Fair enough. So you want some extra exhaust down the bottom. Then you've got interior colours. We'll spin it around like that. So you've got standard, design 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, blue energy, or back to standard. So obviously if you've got that blue energy one, special edition, you match the interior up as well. And the interior decorations, this is ace. So you've got no or yes. So we'll zoom in. So you can have the lived-in look. So it's got like a box there. It's got a bottle. Got your bag in the back. That's ace. Give it a bit of a lived-in look, or just nice and clean. Entirely up to you, but that lived-in look, that's ace. Because obviously, everyone's car's got junk in anyway, so why not your truck? And we come down to passengers. Now, this is specifically linked with the Kubota DLC. You can have passengers on or off. So if you want to take your mates out, if you're on multiplayer, obviously you're going to need to have it on. Have it, yes. And obviously have the Kubota DLC, both of you. Fair enough. Then come down to frames. So this is where we're going to get into the old colour section. And I think you can know where this is going to be going already. Dear, oh dear, right. Frame, you pick whichever colour you like. Okay, we'll go with some cop perfection. Dear, oh dear. Decals. Right, we'll spin it back round. Click on that. We'll go with the cop perfection. Dear, oh dear. Hold on, where's that done? Not done any decals. All right, we'll carry on. Cabin then. We'll go with white. There you are. Oh, there you are. So what decals was that then that changed? That's strange, but all right. We'll move on. Decals again. We'll go with the cop perfection. Oh dear, oh dear. Then cabin roof. Yeah. Cabin roof, cop perfection, why not? I can stay to that. Fenders, again, you go for whichever one you want, but you know where we're going to go with this. Excellent. Rim colour obviously does the rims. And that is it. Oh, that is brilliant. Now, here we are. Dear, oh dear. Oh, just look at the state of it. Brilliant. So I've gone for the, was it the 3042? Is it the name of that one? Anyway, this is what it sounds like on startup. That is ace. But also, the TLX 9000 logo flashes on startup and turning off. That is brilliant. Oh, I like that. Got the old strobes on as well. Oh, hey, look at all the lights as well. Oh, brilliant. Also, you can open the door. So if you do LB and left on the D-pad, opens up the doors for you. Fair enough. And you can also turn the jake brake off. You do LB and B, and you didn't want that jake brake on, so we'll drive it down the road anyway, just so you can hear it. Because, you know, some people don't like it. They might find it a bit intrusive, but, you know, so you're driving down the road, jake brake. That sound that it makes then, but you can turn it off. So LB and A, turn that off. You know, and it just chills out as it's coming to a stop. But the best thing about this, because this is the 2010 horsepower engine, look at the speedo in the corner. It's 158 mile an hour top speed. 158 mile an hour in a truck. I'm not sure we could even get up to that speed. Look, we're up to, oh, we've hit a ton. We've hit 100 and we're going to be running out of road soon. Oh, we best slow down. Oh, that is ace. I think this could be my new favourite truck because that is brilliant. 158 mile an hour plus some cop perfection. Oh, why not? Cruise control, 158. Brilliant. Love it. Alright, we've got some updates as well. So we've got the Lizard Disc Harrow 2.5 by Pudscap. We've got the Russell Mash Acros 595 by Pudscap. We've got the Lizard Windrower by Pudscap. We've got the John Deere 5080E series by JA Modding. And we've got the Pig Feed Mixer by Zoddlezoct. And just to finish off, we've got the current testing list that Giants are working on. And there's 33 on there for console. That is very nice. Oh, brilliant. Alright, so that's your mods done for the day. Drop it in the comments below which one's your favourite. We'll see what people are looking at. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. It's muchly appreciated. But for me, that's it for today. And I'll see you in the next one.